My name is Hibo Elmi. I live in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota with my husband and 4 children. I'm an American citizen. I'm also a community health worker and a contract partner with the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office with their community engagement team. In 2017, we started a grant-funded program called Women for Peace. On behalf of the Sheriff's Office, we invited women and their children, new Americans, to attend this 2-day workshop in Minneapolis. We registered 40 families, but thanks to word of mouth, we had over 100 women and their children show up on day 1.
We thought, look, if we're going to do this, let's just do the whole thing. We'll provide some education, we'll provide some networking, we'll provide daycare for the kids as well, lunch, activities.
We focused our education and messaging on internet terrorism, recruiting, and radicalization.
I'm going to be talking about the disadvantages of using Facebook.
We showed them the social media methods being used by recruiters, and we provided internet safety and monitoring tips.
I've gained so much, like the internet safety. That was huge. I never paid attention to anything about the social media.
Our keynote speakers was Deqa Hussein, whose son was among 9 Minnesotans recently convicted on terror-related charges in federal court.
Seeing as a lot of people are denial, I decided to speak up. This is for real. It happened to me, and if you don't take my word, it's going to happen to you.
While we talked a great deal about violent extremism, the program also discussed other threats like opioids and heroin. We talked about guns and gangs. We provided an overview of the criminal justice system and invited law enforcement leaders and social services leaders in the county to participate.
There was a point in time not too long ago in this community where Somali women and American law enforcement would not be together in the same room. You have a seat at the table. We need your advice and your input and your insights.
It's not enough to make arrests in terror cases. You have to show that you're committed to the community in not just a law enforcement capacity, but in a community outreach capacity as well.
A lot of recruitment going on in our community. Al-Shabaab is in your living rooms. ISIS is in your living rooms.
The Voices of East African Women, a service organization for women and families in domestic abuse situations, operated as our community partner. We explained to each woman what she and her family could expect to gain from the workshops. They came ready and eager to listen and learn.
Who's really talking to your child? The hours of when he's not at school and when he's not at home, right? You think he's watching a soccer game? No, he's not watching the soccer because somebody else is already talking to the children.
My concern is my children, and I'm sure there is many children like my kids. They educate well, they work hard.
While the women were in these sessions, their children participated in their own youth summit.
It's wonderful opportunity. This is what our community needs to educate our family.
For women to come together and talk about peace and for us to be proactive in that area. I like this whole idea of Women for Peace.
Women for Peace succeeded because these workshops were primarily organized and presented by women for women. We included women in key leadership positions from law enforcement, social services, academia, and the participants themselves. The evaluations were unanimously and overwhelmingly positive, and they asked for more workshops. The children also had a great time with meaningful and positive non-enforcement contacts and activities with law enforcement officers.
We've worked really hard the last several years, but at the end of the day, we've got a better relationship. All moms want the best for their kids. They want to know that their kids are safe and secure. The bottom line for local law enforcement is public safety, keeping the kids safe and reaching out to the moms themselves.
We all have a common mission in protecting these kids and families from radicalization. We know they are all better prepared now to identify these public safety threats to their families, and they know there are resources available to help them.